Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Y'all remember this headline from Forbes? Gary Gensler resign. Which is, by the way, the very best title that you could possibly have for any article having to do with the atrocity that is Kim Jong-Gensler. Well, this was written by Rosalind Layton, a senior contributor at Forbes, who has been covering the SEC v. Ripple case ever since the lawsuit dropped in late 2020, frankly. This particular piece, and I covered it in its entirety, I think it was the day it was posted. I'm pretty sure I did it on the day it was posted, which was August 25th, 2022. Fantastic piece, as always, from Rosalind Layton, but it got censored, or at least allegedly censored. Still not 100% clear on what happened, but shortly after the article went live, it was scrubbed from the website. It was pulled, it was gone, and understandably, the XRP community was in an uproar over this. There was no explanation whatsoever from anyone at Forbes, including Rosalind Layton. Like, where did this article, which was scathing towards Gary Gensler, where'd it go? Why was it down? Was it censorship? And I can understand why somebody's brain might go there. I mean, it's a perfectly reasonable thing to question. Was it just too harsh? Because in the article, at the end of this damn thing, I'll show you exactly what it said. It read as follows. The last sentences referencing Gary Gensler, it says, he should resign now to avoid further damage. So literally calling for the resignation of Gary Gensler. So how is it that I even have this? Well, this is a PDF version that somebody saved. That's the reason that I have this. But I also covered this in its entirety. So if you go back to my videos from August 25th, if you want the whole thing, just check it out. It's a fantastic article. Well, it's sort of back. It's not entirely back, but the article's like back with a new headline and modified. Here's the latest. So this is from Forbes. It's from Rosalind Layton. It's now titled, Gensler says crypto treated just like the market. 200 SEC lawsuits say otherwise. So I'll tell you what apparently happened. I also have some words from Stuart Alderati, who is Ripple's general counsel, so that means he's their top in-house legal guy. And I'm also going to kick the video off with a little bit of a public service announcement because I see some scammy stuff going on here. I'll try and be quick with that part. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so there's an XRP community member named Mr. J who tagged me along with a few others on Twitter and wrote the following. XRP question. Haven't added nothing to my ledger in over a year. Today I went to add more, and I have a few brand new transactions, small transactions, sent to my wallet that I didn't send. Anyone know? And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, yep, I know. I definitely know. And I'm glad he asked, because it presents an opportunity for me to put out a little quick public service announcement. And this is the second time somebody tagged me that I saw anyway on Twitter within the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 days roughly. And I want to point this out because this is the first stage of a scam. It's about a 99.999% certainty that this is the first stage of a scam. What people will do is they'll send you to your account, because, mind you, receiving addresses are public on the public XRP ledger. They will send you little scraps of an XRP because, mind you, every XRP is divisible by 1 million. There's 1 million little pieces inside of a single XRP, and each little piece is called a drop. So you can see, he shared the screen grab here, little tiny pieces of XRP being sent to him. Why is that happening? Well, typically what happens is notes are put on, are written with these transactions. And what most of them anyway, what they're trying to get you to do is get you to send XRP to them with the promise of them sending even more XRP back. But I'm just telling you, whatever the scam ends up being, even if it's different than what I just said there, if you're getting XRP and you don't know who it's from and they're little scraps, just ignore it. You just got free XRP from a scammer. I mean, I know it's not that much, but still, you just got free XRP from a scammer. So I just wanted to put that out there because it is tricky out there. And especially if people are new to crypto, it's no wonder that some people fall for this stuff. And everybody can fall for scams. I don't think that I'm impervious to falling for a scam. Under the right facts, under the right circumstances, I could fall for something if the circumstances are just right. Smart people do fall for scams. You know, if the circumstances are just right. So that's why I want to put you out there. So that's what I'm saying. If you're new to crypto, that makes it more likely the circumstances are about right for you to fall into this. So anyway, thank you to Mr. J for tagging me so I had an opportunity to share this with the broader XRP community. Hopefully this actually saves somebody from falling from something like this. But just the fact that I saw inside of a couple days, whatever it was, 2 individuals tag me on Twitter talking about this exact scam. I thought, okay, I got to in a video just point this out. So hopefully nobody's going to fall for this crap. People are just the worst. As my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. Sage wisdom, grandpappy, sage wisdom. So what actually happened, though, regarding this allegedly censored article having to do with Ripple and XRP and Kim Jong-Gensler and the SEC? What actually happened with all of that? Well, Eleanor Terrett, who is a journalist at Fox Business Network, she actually reached out to Dr. Rosalind Layton and wanted to get the scoop on this. What's going on here? And Eleanor Terrett wrote, I spoke with Rosalind Layton about this today. She told me Forbes did not pull the article. Rather, she and her editor made the decision to rewrite the piece themselves. So there's a couple things. I'm going to read you my response first, but there are a couple things that come to mind. And so I just wrote, to Eleanor here, I wrote, if that's what Rosalind says, then I'll take her word. Still, I have to wonder, what did she write that she was concerned might be taken as news rather than opinion? To me, it was 100% crystal clear the original piece was opinion. Okay, so why did I tweet that? Well, I also shared this screen grab along with that tweet, and this is at the bottom of the article. After the actual article ends, there's a little note, which is kind of a disclaimer type of thing here. And it reads as follows. Note, the title and content of this article were updated from an earlier story, which could have been misinterpreted as news when it was meant as analysis. Neither the author or her family members own or engage in the trade of digital assets, XRP, Bitcoin, or the like. The author accepts no outside compensation, financial or otherwise, for covering this important regulatory policy topic. The author has no relationship with any of the parties in this story. So there you go. So I read that and I'm just sitting there thinking, well, she's a sharp person. There's nothing about her that makes me think that she would just lie to the public, but I'm still curious. A couple things. What in the original article, if you go back, I'm not going to read it in this video, I covered the thing in its entirety. If you go to the original article, what could have possibly been misinterpreted as news? It was clearly an opinion piece. Everything about that screamed opinion. Like, Gary Gensler resign? Who's reading that and thinking that that's a news position? Like, that's an opinion, and it's the right opinion so far as I'm concerned. So what was she thinking needed to be corrected from that piece? That part I don't know. And the other part that's so curious to me is why, like, days went by, right? And the whole community is screaming, why is Rosalind Layton's article being censored? Why? And she's getting tagged endlessly on Twitter. And as far as I'm aware, tell me if I missed it, but as far as I'm aware, I didn't see anything from Rosalind Layton explaining, oh, no, everything's fine. It'll be back up. We're just modifying it. We just had some concerns about it being misunderstood. I didn't see anything to that effect. Now, again, like I said, I don't see everything. If I missed something, let me know. I'd be genuinely curious, but I didn't see that. And I'm just, that coupled with the fact that, from my perspective, it's pretty much like, there is nothing in there that you could mistake as news. Gary Gensler resign was the name of the story. Like, if that were a news story, come on, that's clearly opinion. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think on that particular topic. I'm glad something's back up, but the first piece was perfect as is. I'm just saying here. And that's why I'm glad. So XRP Crow, actually, I wanted to highlight this too. XRP Crow does all sorts of like infographics and graphic quotes from people that are having to comment on crypto and mostly XRP community. And so here's a quote from Rosalind Layton, made to look pretty. Gensler is leading himself and the SEC into ruin. He should resign now to avoid further damage, which of course is the end of the original story. I wish that were in the version that's up right now. But alas, it is not. Now I want to share with you something from Stuart Alderati, who again is Ripple's general counsel, so the top in-house legal guy. He wrote an opinion piece yesterday afternoon. It was published in the Wall Street Journal. And I will tell you this. This is the shortest piece I've ever seen in the Wall Street Journal. Let me scroll down for those of you who look at your screen. That's it. It's good though, it's powerful. It's just I haven't seen any like an opinion piece that's this short. So I'm just gonna read the whole thing to you. Can you believe it? Check this out. It reads as follows. And so he is referencing Gary Gensler's nonsense piece, his little propaganda piece. Gary Gensler, I covered that too. It's nausea-inducing. But it was how he's talking about how crypto markets need to be regulated like any other market, this or that. It was a bunch of bogus nonsense BS points as you'd expect. I don't want to rehash the whole thing though, but it is being referenced, which is the only reason I even said that much. It's probably already making you feel queasy. It's definitely nausea-inducing if you read the thing. But anyway, Stuart Alderati wrote, in The SEC Treats Crypto Like the Rest of the Capital Markets, which again is the title of the piece, it's from August 20th, Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler appoints the SEC as, quote, the cop on the beat, end quote, for crypto. Mr. Gensler is pushing aside his fellow regulators and front-running President Biden's executive order, which directed agencies to collaborate on establishing clear regulatory frameworks for crypto. Mr. Gensler writes that whether a car runs on gas or electricity, you still need a seat belt. No one disputes that. But electric cars don't need gas, and in his analogy, it is gas that the SEC is selling. Mr. Gensler looks to punish anyone who isn't buying it. The SEC's shakedown of BlockFi led to a mess. BlockFi ended up on the auction block, and two other companies with similar businesses went belly up. Consumers weren't protected. They were left holding the bag. What we need is regulatory clarity for crypto, not the SEC swinging its billy club to protect its turf at the expense of more than 40 million Americans in the crypto economy. Exactly. And so BlockFi, that's a firm that was attacked by the SEC, ended up paying out for settlement, like I believe it was $100 million. And of course, as markets have tanked, it's led to less prosperous times for BlockFi, and they're out that $100 million because the SEC attacked them. And now they're basically, as Stuart Alderati put it, they're on the auction block here, and they're probably going to be bought up on the cheap. I don't think that's happened yet, not as far as I'm aware. So probably dirt cheap. It used to be, I can't even remember how much it used to be worth. I'm not going to say a number, but it was worth like a ton. It was worth an absolute ton, but then the SEC thing happened. That, in conjunction with the market being what it is. Now, without the SEC action, maybe they would have been fine. But real people lost their jobs at BlockFi as a result, and now it's on the auction block because of the SEC. Gary Gensler's a monster as far as I'm concerned. He's an absolute monster. That's my personal opinion. And it's actually scientific fact. It's not just personal opinion. Scientific fact that he is an absolute monster. What a piece of crap. Human debris. Now, there were other firms out there, like, for instance, because mind you, BlockFi, they were basically offering interest-bearing accounts. So you'd give them your crypto, which to me was always not a good idea, but that's what they do. You give them your crypto, and then, because you're handing over the keys, and then you earn interest on it because they go loan it out elsewhere or do whatever with it. Okay. Well, then there was Celsius that was doing that, and they did outrageously risky things, and they're alleged to be a literal Ponzi scheme. They went belly up. SEC didn't go after them. They went after BlockFi. Now Celsius is out of business because, allegedly at least, they're an actual Ponzi. And then BlockFi, maybe they'll continue to exist, but under presumably different ownership, a shell of itself, perhaps, because the SEC went after them. Just gross stuff. Really gross stuff here. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.